And how did you? Because obviously you scaled that business to, I think, in 2018 over $1 million in revenue for that year. Like that sounds like a massive leap in just a couple of short years from selling done for you business in a box for a couple of hundred to over 1 million in sales. Like how did you go from nothing to that in such a short space of time?
Yeah, I think it was like 2017 we did 600K, and then 2018 we did a million. In
Yeah,
2015, I don't even know if I remember, but it was probably like 300K or something. It kind of just happened all at once, really. It was like a year and a half of no real growth, or just like very slow growth, and then suddenly you become big enough where everybody's heard of you, everybody's talking
yeah,
about you. I did a lot of guest posting. I started going on podcasts. We had a bit of a breakthrough, I guess, where I don't know, maybe it's a little bit secret sauce, but I think everyone does it in the space now anyway, so it's not really a secret. But the day that I everything changed for Human Proof Designs was the day I realized if we put earning estimates on our website listings, people would see the value in them. And there was a website called I don't even remember what it was called, but it was like a calculator where you input your keywords and the estimated searches,
yeah,
and what you expected the click through rate to be, and what the commission was and what the percentage was and everything. And then it would say, oh, based on this data, we think this niche could make 5K a month or 3K a month or whatever. So up until that point, I had been selling custom sites mostly because people didn't see the value in the done for you sites. So the done for you sites were where I actually picked a niche, and it was like, like crossbows. Here's the website.
yeah,
Whereas custom would be like someone would come to me with a niche. Um, Part of that was because people were like, I don't know if I want the crossbow site or the tiny home site. Like, it doesn't mean anything
yeah,
to me. And part of it was because I couldn't pre-build the site. I didn't have much money. I was bootstrapping, so I couldn't just pay for 20 sites to be created and hope they would sell. So actually, there were two breakthroughs, and I did them at the same time. I think one was realizing if I put a screenshot on every niche site showing like, hey, this site could make 5K a month if it gets, all of its keywords get to page one. And then I changed it so people could pre-order the website as well. So instead of me building it, someone would buy it. And I was upfront about it, but someone would buy it.
yeah.
And when they bought it, I'd say, right, we're going to start working on your site. It's going to be ready in about 4 weeks. We went from selling one or two sites a week to selling like, I think we managed to get it to the point where 20 sites would sell out in like a weekend. So the listings would go
Yeah.
live every 2 weeks. I'd list 20 sites on a Friday. And it was usually because I'm in Taiwan, I would list it at like 9 p.m. on a Friday so that the Europeans and Americans were all awake and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, and I had like people in the West Coast getting up early to try and buy, which was crazy. So then I'd hit like go, I'd send the email out to everyone, and then I'd go and buy a beer because it was 9 p.m. and I'd come back like an hour later and be like, oh, like five of the sites are gone already. And then because they were selling out so quickly, we were able to put the prices up as well. So that thing was like the number one reason why um, we made so much money so quickly, was because we suddenly realized like, oh, this will help people understand the potential of these websites, and by making them pre-order, I could get past the scaling problem because I'm taking the money up front. So that
Yeah.
was that was yeah, life changing, business changing innovation, I
Yeah.
guess.